Welcome to the AndDev channel. Today we are going to talk about the latest releases by OpenAI, graphics generation. It's an interesting topic, very hot at the moment, along with their GPUs apparently, because they've had to reduce some credits. It did have a huge impact on subscriptions for OpenAI's ChatGPT Pro, adding 1 million subscribers an hour, which is a huge number. Today we're joined by Harvey Sparks again, and also Mandy, who is one of our resident graphic designers and editors. Thank you for joining us. So firstly, Harvey, what's been happening with OpenAI and graphics?
Hey, so yeah, 4.0 leveled up with some insanely good image generation tooling, which gave all sorts of superpowers to a lot of people, and it got viral very quickly, and as you mentioned, gained a lot of subscribers for OpenAI. So what makes this new OpenAI image generation more useful? Well, there's many actually. First of all, it can interpret your prompts way better than anything we've seen so far. So an example they gave was multiple objects in one scene, and it managed to nail 10 out of 10 every time, which is really cool. Another one was character continuity. So if you generated a new character or based one off something that you'd sent an image to, you could put it in different scenarios, or all through a whole storyboard if you like. Another one was transparent backgrounds as well, which doesn't sound very interesting, but it can be really useful and actually quite a disruptive technology for many different things, such as stock images or product design or product placements. So yeah, massive changes. Really good, great actually quality images coming out of it.
That's fantastic. So obviously great new content coming out of ChatGPT and other image generation services that obviously benefit from the integration with OpenAI for this. So what does this mean for the content creators out there? It must have a huge impact on the on your work and that sort of thing. So Mandy, would you mind just sort of giving your perspective of what's happening to the content creators?
So obviously way before these updates and when ChatGPT's been able to mimic style in a 1-to-1 ratio from multiple different artists, recently there's been a very big thing which probably contributed to the subscribers on ChatGPT. It's Studio Ghibli. So people have been putting up their own images and asking ChatGPT to generate the same style that Miyazaki from Studio Ghibli has drawn. It was able to literally create the same exact style in terms of lighting, color, and even brush strokes and color palettes, which is crazy if you ask me, because first of all, has the artist consent to this sort of action? Because ChatGPT obviously learns from images they take from websites, images that probably users have uploaded themselves. So has the artist consent to ChatGPT being able to take these? First of all, we're not really sure about that, because where does copyright lie? If these images are available for anyone to download on a website, does that mean that ChatGPT is allowed to study on these images and then replicate them in a 1-to-1 ratio? And second of all is, what about credits? Are these artists given credit when ChatGPT generates a certain image literally based off of these artists' work? And third of all is, I think this is sort of like a devaluation to human art, if you ask me, because Miyazaki, back then, they used to hand draw these animations, and even until now, I believe 90% of their work is hand drawn and not even CGI involved. So now you're saying that ChatGPT can literally generate all these artwork in such a short amount of time and is accessible to everyone out there. What will it do to the business? What will it do to the artists? And this artist has won Oscars. So does that mean ChatGPT will be winning Oscars? The line is blurred at this point. Obviously, as a graphic designer myself, I've been really grateful for AI because it's been helping me with my work. For example, back then when I wanted to cut out a person from a really, blurry background or whatever, I needed to do it one by one, point by point. But now I literally just say, remove the background. And then, in like 2 seconds, the background is removed, which is great for my work because, yeah, it's really helpful. I take less time, I get to do more. And for example, let's say I have a really quick idea and I really need a mock-up like super quick. ChatGPT obviously just gives it to me. And not even that, it gives me multiple options, which is great for me, yes. But nowadays, people don't really need graphics designer anymore if AI is able to literally just generate whatever they think about, whatever they want to have. For example, if I really like Star Wars. I really like the cinematography and style of Star Wars, and I want it to make my product look like it's from Star Wars desert or whatever. And I just asked ChatGPT, hey, this is my product. Can you make it look like it's in a desert? Sure thing. And then they give me literally the exact thing that I want. And with the updates right now, like Harvey has said, it's just been doing so well and it's literally perfect. Back then we could still easily, I think, identify if this is from AI generated or this is not. But right now with like these constant updates and just things getting better and better and AI learning more and more, these has just become like so realistic. Will we ever be able to determine if this is from human art or this is from AI art? Like, I think that is a threat.
I feel like you touched on something really important there. You're using it very much as a tool. So you're saying, okay, make something out of something I'm providing you already. So you like the cutting out of a person out of a background. That's using AI as a tool based on your creativity. Whereas now ChatGPT is getting to the point of it's just doing other people's sort of ideas, creativity, and then kind of enhancing that or using that. But it's not really a tool that's actually authoring individual pieces of work. Whereas you're very much still trying to use it as a tool to aid you in your human design process, which AI obviously is starting to try and erode as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So really, really great input there, Mandy. Thank you.
I just wanted to touch on the whole distinguishing between what's been generated and what's not, and it is getting to a point where the naked eye is really going to struggle between the differences. Just wanted to point out that there is already a watermarking system built into these AI generated images, so there is ways to detect from a computer level anyway of these, if it is AI generated or not. And I think companies are going to have to start being wary of this and use this technology to detect AI images. We've already seen instances where fake receipts are being generated and things like that. So things are going to have to be automated, to be checked to ensure the authenticity of these images first.
Definitely means getting my A-level art. I can now finally achieve that. So that's wonderful. Well, thank you, Mandy and Harvey, for today. It's been a very interesting topic, and obviously we've only really scratched the surface of it. But if you're interested in any more AI discussions, do remember to subscribe, and look forward to seeing you here next week. Thank you. Bye.